From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, January 26th, 2015. Silver is trading at $18.08 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,284 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $300. Antiwar.com reports this week 1,000 paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne will be sent to Iraq on what is being called a training mission for the Iraqi Army. The troops will join 250 from the same brigade already there. This deployment was announced back in December as part of the 1,500 additional troops President Obama approved for the Islamic State war at the time. Officials have refused to say where these troops will exactly deploy. Some of the U.S. ground troops already in Iraq have faced indirect fire from the Islamic State, and as more troops are added, so too does the chance that they will come into direct contact with forces from the Islamic State on the ground. So far, the only Western troops to engage the Islamic State were Canadian Special Forces, who, like the U.S. forces, were supposed to be strictly in the nation for training purposes. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy, maximizing the potential cross-promotion of all our clients and commercial partners. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. Reuters reports oil slid in early Asian trade on Monday, with U.S. crude falling close to a 6-year low after Greece's election results heightened uncertainty in the Eurozone and depressed the bloc's currency against the dollar. Greece's left-wing, Syriza, appeared on course to trounce the ruling Conservatives in Sunday's snap election, setting up a possible confrontation with international creditors. Brent crude fell 37 cents to $48.42 a barrel by 2 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, wiping out light gains made on Friday after the death of Saudi King Abdullah, but off an early low of $47.85. Front month WTI earlier slid to an intraday low of $44.35, just above $44.20 hit on January 13th, which was the lowest since April 2009. Global financial markets reacted to the Greek election on Monday, with the euro dropping to a near 11-year low against the U.S. dollar. The common currency came under pressure on Friday after the European Central Bank said it would flood markets with over 1 trillion euros, more than expected, to prevent the Eurozone from sliding into deflation. Barnabas Gann, an economist at OCBC Bank in Singapore, said, "We saw the dollar rally again on Friday, and this is largely on the back of ECB stimulus measures and the euro. Oil, being a dollar-denominated commodity, has been depressed by a stronger dollar." For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a North Carolina man is free after nearly 4 decades in prison after forensic evidence proved he was not responsible for the murder of 2 women. Joseph Sledge, 70 years old, was convicted on 2 counts of second-degree murder in the 1976 stabbing deaths of Josephine Davis and her daughter Eileen Davis, who was also sexually assaulted. Sledge was 37 years into a life sentence when a 3-judge panel voted unanimously on Friday that he was innocent of the crime. Forensic evidence that had been lost for years was discovered by a court clerk who was cleaning out a high shelf of a vault. A hair sample within, found on one of the bodies and believed to belong to the attacker, was not Sledge's, nor were fingerprints and DNA collected from the scene, according to forensic experts. Last year, a key witness whose testimony led to Sledge's conviction had recanted his evidence, saying he had been promised leniency in a separate case and was coached by police on what to say. Sledge left court after being freed Friday and headed to Georgia to live with his brother. He told reporters he was looking forward to relaxing and sleeping in a real bed, and that he would likely get in a pool of water and swim. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.